Hello, world and universe. Welcome to the Trevor Donald Experience. Manifest your truth. And if you're new to the channel, please hit that like and subscribe button. And for all my continued followers, I want to say thank you. And this is an opinion-based video channel where I try to open your eyes and ears up to some of the travails and tribulations that take place throughout our cities, our states, our country, and sometimes around the world. And this particular story I have for you is straight out of Florida, Tampa, Florida. Where this young lady made an inevitably poor decision based on being pregnant and in college. And there have been an innumerable amount of cases in today's time. It is extremely rough for young people to navigate their way through this crazy world. And some of the decisions that these young people are making will have a negative effect on them the rest of their lives. We're seeing young people that are killing their parents, their siblings, and all kinds of heinous crimes that are being committed. As we know, when you're 19, 18, 20, 21, male or female, your brain is not fully developed, and stress and anxiety and untreated and undiagnosed mental illness is a real thing. And some of the decisions that these young people are making are not in the right direction. And this one is a very, very sad story. So let's get into it. Authorities allege University of Tampa student, 19 years old, gave birth in a dorm room and then placed newborn in the trash. Tampa police and the local state's attorney office announced charges against the 19-year-old college student. A 19-year-old Florida college student has been charged in connection with the death of an infant after police allege she gave birth in her dorm room and left the newborn in a trash can. Tampa police announced charges this week against Brianna Moore, a former University of Tampa student who police alleged killed her newborn in late April. The investigation began when university safety employees were alerted about a possible miscarriage on campus property, the Tampa Police Department said in a statement. Further investigation led to the discovery of a deceased infant, who was later identified as the suspect's child. An autopsy determined the infant died as a result of asphyxia and multiple rib fractures. The manner of death was ruled a homicide. So this young lady gave birth to her child in the dorm and allegedly suffocated it by squeezing it to death and fracturing the baby's ribs. She didn't want anybody to know she was pregnant, including her parents. How she was able to hide a 9-month pregnancy, stomach bulging, is beyond me. The department said that Moore was arrested in Quitman, Mississippi, and faces charges of aggravated manslaughter of a child, child neglect with great bodily harm, failure to report a death, and unlawful storage of human remains. Moore initially denied having been pregnant. However, the next day, Moore's roommates found the deceased infant wrapped in a towel in the bathroom trash bin, according to the release. Moore allegedly admitted to delivering the baby in the bathroom and holding the baby tight to her body until she stopped crying. She told investigators she placed the baby in a towel and put her in the trash bin. So this 19-year-old young lady had a little girl. You would think there would be some kind of familial connection with having this baby and it being a little girl that probably was going to look just like her. And as opposed to connecting with the baby, she decided to allegedly suffocate it and kill the baby. Lopez said Moore has been extradited to Hillsborough County in Florida to face charges. He says, "It breaks my heart to know that this baby girl could still be alive today if this woman had alerted authorities that she needed help," Lopez said in a statement. Instead, she took actions that directly led to the death of her newborn baby. This is a difficult and nuanced case to prosecute, and our community must continue to educate women about the many resources available to them in situations like this one. This baby's death was unavoidable. That's exactly what I would say in this particular case. And as a parent, and if you all have kids that are in high school or let alone have gone away to college, this is also a cautionary tale to check on your kids at all times. Make sure that they're mentally, their mental acuity, how they are physically and emotionally is intact, and making sure that they're in a good space. This young lady was supposed to be away at college to try to ascertain her college degree and continue her development as a person. She ended up getting pregnant and then couldn't figure out what to do from there. Well, hopefully she had parents or an extended family, where it's aunts, uncles, grandmother, grandfather, where she could have reached out to, along with social services. We're in a time now where stress and anxiety is at a premium, and older people are making poor decisions. Professionals are making poor decisions. I've done innumerable amount of videos about lawyers, judges, doctors, professional folks, police officers that are making poor decisions. And now you have a scenario where this 19-year-old young lady who had her entire life in front of her delivered a baby girl, and did not necessarily have a familial connection with it, and then she allegedly suffocated and killed her child. If you don't know that this is mental illness at its finest, along with high levels of stress and anxiety, something had to be wrong, because how are you going to hide a baby and then think by putting it in a trash bin at your local university that no one would find out? Even if she had gotten away with that and they at some point found the baby, they could have done DNA testing on every female in that dormitory and she still would have been caught. So for her level of thinking, and where she thought she was going to be able to hide this delivery of her child and get away with it, is beyond belief. As I tell you all the time, in today's time, the unbelievable will become the believable and the unseen will become seen. We are living in very trepidous and heinous times in today, and people are making huge, terrible mistakes that are affecting not only themselves, but their family members, their loved ones, their friends, and the people that care about them. This is a very unfortunate case. This young lady was supposed to be going to college to get a degree, to develop her skills, to become a professional, and unfortunately, all of that is going to be curtailed now that she gave birth to a child in the dorm room, and then heinously took the baby's life, her own female child. Tell me what you think about this case straight out of Tampa, Florida, where a University of Tampa student, 19 female student, allegedly took to the demise of her child, thought that she would get away with it, and threw her baby in a trash bin. What a sad case. There's a lot going on in the world today, and we need to pay attention and make the right decisions. This has been the Trevor Donald Experience. Manifest your truth in a positive, righteous, and God-fearing way.